Valentina Vidal, and today we're going to talk about government stereotypes. So for this topic, I choose one stereotype, that is communism governments always fail. So to address the stereotype that communism governments always fail, it is important to look at this idea more critically. In the case of the Soviet Union, the communism system fell short in several key areas, as noted by Leonardo Koichenko, a financial magazine author who lived in Lithuania during the final days of the USSR. The totalitarian state took over every aspect of citizens' lives, from work to education, without allowing full individual initiative or political participation. The promise of equality turned into a myth. Over the 90% of population lived under poverty. A bureaucratic elite took advantage of various privileges. Lack of individual freedoms, rationing of goods, and the widespread use of repression were key factors in the failure of the system. This idea of total centralization, where everything from work to education is controlled by a single entity, simply cannot work in a society that drives on innovation and diversity of thought. The system failed to provide opportunities for people to push themselves further, to come up with new ideas, and to create solutions in a capitalist system. Competition encouraged people to take charge of their own destinies and strive for improvement. But communism, in its most extreme form, takes away these incentives and leaving a society where mediocrity reigns and the states become the sole source of direction and rewards. This is precisely what happened in the Soviet Union, where a bureaucratic elite took advantage of the system, while the vast majority of citizens struggled to survive. Moreover, communism failed to address the complexities of humanity is another reason it cannot function today. The Soviet Union and other communist states ignore the fact that people are motivated by self-interest. In a system where the state takes charge of all production and distribution, the lack of competition results in inefficiency and stagnation. The government has not possibly anticipated the needs every individual and every market. Centralized planning leads to shortages, waste, and poor quality, and it's a flawed approach that takes into account none of the realities of a dynamic, fast-moving global economy. Communism also fails to consider the importance of individual rights and freedoms. In the Soviet Union, as in other communist states, the state control over everything from the economy to personal life result in an environment of repression, when people lose the ability to express their own opinions and to take part in decisions that affect their lives, and to pursue their own happiness. The system breaks down. Communism, when implemented in this way, strips away the basic human freedoms that are essential for a society to flourish. In today's world, where information is freely available, communication is global, and economies are interconnected, communism is completely outdated. Its principles are too rigid to adapt to the complexities of the modern global market. This idea that one centralized body can take care of all the needs of a society and is not only practical, but it also leads to corruption and the abuse of the power. The Soviet Union collapsed precisely because the states become too weak to manage effectively. The system didn't just fail to provide for its people, it crushed their ability to think for themselves and act in their own interests. Ultimately, communism cannot work in a society because it doesn't take into account the complexities of human behavior and the natural side of freedom and self-determination. It ignores the importance of individual initiative, competition, and the incentives that drive innovation. The results speak for themselves. When communism is implemented in its strictest form, it leads to stagnation, repression, and economic collapse. It's a system that has been proven to fail time and time again, and it's clear that it cannot meet the needs of a modern society. The world has moved on, and communism is simply no longer a viable solution. So that was my opinion. I hope you like it. Thank you.